FouseyTube has returned to the internet. He's like William Afton from the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise because somehow, some way,
I always come back.
Now, Fousey is famous on the internet for several different reasons. He went from faking his viral pranks to starting beef with drama channels over a fake fight with Rice Gum to pretending to go homeless to promising Drake to the world at his July 15th event to putting his hands on a girl while he was on this drunk rampage on a reality show to today, where he might have just done possibly the worst offense yet. But we'll get to that. Phew. That was quite the laundry list I just listed out for you. Fousey really is the male Trisha Paytas. These two are walking, talking, human train wrecks. Now, for those of you who might not know, yes, Fousey is back on the internet. This time, his focus is making content on Twitch. Now, back in the day, he would stream here and there because there was something about the live aspect of it that he really enjoyed, but only dabbled with. This time around, he decided to do a subathon, and if you don't know what a subathon is, it's basically the more subs that the streamer gets, the longer the stream goes for. So in theory, as long as people keep giving subscriptions to the stream will never end. Now, Fousey has taken this concept and has been absolutely running with it. In his words, he wants to be the real-life Truman Show. Now, I'm not an avid Twitch watcher, so I had no idea that he who shall not be named has returned. I only found out because recently he had been on the H3 podcast and on Jeff FM. I watched these two interviews back to back, and I am embarrassed to admit, but I fell for it hook, line, and absolute sphincter. I genuinely felt bad for the guy because of everything he's been through. Yusuf talks about his public mental breakdowns, his sex addiction, and being suicidal. He was all around brutally honest and vulnerable about everything. So he was back in the public's good graces, his subathon was becoming massively successful, everything was looking great for our dearest FouseyTube. Aww. But then Sunday happened. August 6th, to be exact. Before we can even get into what happened that day, I do just want to apologize right off the bat. If you have no idea what I'm about to show you, then I'm sorry for what you're about to see and what I'm about to show you. For several reasons. One of the top ones being it's just truly cringy and awful. That is your disclaimer. So, let me paint the scene for you guys. JFK Airport. It's 8 a.m. FouseyTube is just walking around the airport waiting for his layover flight. He decides to go over and sit down at the bar to get himself a little soda pop. But not just for that, but also to rizz up the blonde girl that's already sitting there.
I'm such a dickhead. I'm not. I'm a great person.
I can tell.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good. But I have like 5 hours. My name's Yusuf. What's yours?
This is Sarah.
This whole interaction happens on stream, and it goes on for like 90 minutes. It's so hard to get through, especially the longer it goes. It becomes clear pretty quickly that this girl is drunk.
The humans are in.
My chat is wondering, are you drunk at 8 a.m.?
No, dude.
You're sober?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
no.
cool. What'd you drink?
You know what I mean?
What'd you drink?
I just had a Bloody Mary.
Also, pretty quickly, she brings up the fact that she's been living with a cult, but every time she tries to get into it, Fousey just cuts her off and says, "But look how many followers I have. Look how many live viewers are watching us right now."
Guess how many followers I have?
What the fuck? What are you doing?
I don't know. I just live my life very out loud.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just living my life, you know. Yeah, you like that? Are you turned on yet? So to skip ahead a little bit, we learn that she's a former drug addict, she's been clean for the past few months, and that she's a mother of 2 children. About 16 minutes into their conversation, Fousey asks her for a hug, and then she makes the fatal mistake of giving him a kiss on the cheek. Now, it's absolutely not her fault. Reminder, alright, she is drunk, and he is sober. I need that to be abundantly clear.
So the fact that I can come to you and say, can I get a hug?
Yeah. Oh, you were so sweet.
You kissed me. Can I kiss you? Just one. Can I get a kiss?
If I have to watch this then so do you.
Don't act like I'm the only one.
Well,
Don't
wait.
do that to me.
So I want to piss off my audience, right? I have a Discord, right? With like 8,000 members.
Guys, please. I beg of you, if you're ever hitting on a girl, the word Discord should never come out of your fucking mouth. I swear. What's the sexiest thing about me? Well, you know, I do own a Discord with over 8,000 members in it, so yeah, probably that.
They're gonna cancel me for this. I don't care though. This is so lit. I don't care.
Dude, why does it sound like he's crying and laughing at the same time? I don't care. You hear that, world? I just don't care.
And then the rest are on my legs. And the other one's right above my dick, so you can see that one.
I got one right here too.
Can I see it? Oh my god.
Okay, I think it's time to end the video. And by the way, just watching this 90-minute stream, it makes me wonder, what the hell else has he been doing over the past 35 days on stream in this subathon?
Beauty in the struggle, nigga.
I never use that word. I swear to fucking God, this isn't content. I never use that fucking word.
I'm glad we're able to make jokes now, because we're about to take a serious turn right here. So the tattoo she just showed him is a guy's name. Fousey gets upset about this, but then she reveals that name belongs to one of the men that sold her in the sex trade, making it clear to Fousey and everybody else that this poor woman is a victim of sex trafficking. Now, how do you think Fousey reacted to this news? Well, let's hear what he has to say.
First of all, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you being this honest. This is a real conversation.
No, it's real. It happens.
My audience
Happens
might
every
not
day.
understand, but I've been there. I used to be a sex addict, so I used prostitutes for years.
What's that? You know, I think my audience is too little immature to get it, right? But I do, sweetheart. I used to be addicted to fucking. That's right. I mean, that's basically the same thing, is it not? How can anyone be this fucking stupid? Now, I do have to give Fousey a little credit here. He begs her to pay for this tattoo removal. She denies and denies him, but he really wants to pay for it. He eventually is able to Cash App her $300, and then he also shows her Cash App username so that the chat can also send her money. The chat then sends her in total roughly around $2,500. Including the money Fousey already gave her, that's almost $3K. Now this obviously makes her very emotional. It's not every day people treat her with this much kindness. She cries, which makes Fousey cry. But the chat can't help but feel weird that Fousey continuously kisses this drunk survivor of sex trafficking. And then this is what he has to say to that.
So listen to this.
I'm gonna kiss her so much. I don't give a fuck, y'all.
Yeah.
We're two happy humans.
I'm gonna keep kissing her and kissing her and kissing her, and nobody is gonna stop me. He actually just sounds like a monster when he's saying this. But here's where the real showstopper happens. Eventually, Fousey pulls this woman off into the background where they can make out and talk for quite a while. Then, when he comes back over, he asks the bartender if he can wash their stuff, while Fousey goes off to buy her things at one of the convenience stores.
I got you, but thank you, brother. I'm gonna turn it to you, all right? I'm gonna go walk with her real quick. I'm gonna buy her stuff from the convenience store. She needs some stuff before her flight. Got you. Thank you, brother. And make sure nobody takes this backpack. I got you, or this jacket. They will not take it. Thank you.
They are gone for a total of 10 minutes. After that, Fousey comes back alone, the woman is nowhere to be seen, and this is the first thing that comes out of his damn mouth.
Sorry. I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love. I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile High Club in the airport, in the men's bathroom. I swear to God. Wallah. I had to confess. I couldn't hold it for a fucking second. I didn't go to buy her no fucking snacks. I joined the Mile High Club. I'm sorry.
Now, the question you may want to ask me is, Pinkamous, why does he talk like a villain? And to that I would say, well, he is one. Right? He is one, for sure. When they go off, they were both very emotional, and then when Fousey gets back, he has the biggest smile on his face. Folks, we're talking sinister behavior over here. I wish he had chat on screen for his streams so that I could see everybody in that chat quickly turning on him at this point. Now that Fousey sees that everybody's pissed at him, he starts apologizing profusely and claims that it was a joke and nothing actually happened. But nobody's fallen for that. We have just been on this roller coaster where we watched as a man who has a lot of influence, power, and money take full advantage of a woman who's not only intoxicated, but is also a mother and a survivor of sex trafficking. I mean, this is all just so disgusting. The chat continues to give Yusuf no leeway whatsoever and will not let go of that travesty they just witnessed. This makes Fousey very sad and emotional because his whole chat is looking at him like he's the bad guy. Which he clearly is. Shortly after this, Fousey's Subathon comes to a close, but not because he ended it, no. It's because Twitch actually bans his ass. The most recent updates from the story is that he posts an apology video the very next day on his YouTube channel. He doesn't get to the airport stuff until like 4 minutes in. And of course he has his cute little pooch in his lap. Look, it was either going to be the dog or the ukulele. But is still claiming he didn't actually hook up with the woman and it was all just a bit. I think that is such bullshit. Look, I obviously don't have 100% evidence that this happened, but you can see it in the stream. Like, the amount of times he kisses this woman, he clearly was gonna try to find a way to take it further. Sexually. As I said, he claims it was just a bit, but this is what he said after that.
I use this woman's pain, her story, her life for my content. And I have no words for that. If you guys want to cancel me for that, feel free. Deadass.
But he does quickly undermine this by saying, oh, I can't believe you guys are claiming that I fucked her. Fousey is currently striking a deal with Kick to stream on there. The number 15 million is being thrown around, but it looks like Trainwrecks is confirming that it's not the real number. And the day I'm recording this, Fousey went on Bradley Martin's podcast to talk about everything. Apparently, Fousey farted like 9 times on the episode.
Yeah, but it was an
Why'd you just do that?
I'm so sorry. It's called a stress fart. I'm so sorry.
Why'd you do that?
I'm so sorry.
the majority of those people aren't going to go.
Bro. You said, bro. He's a
Can I
bare knuckle
fart?
boxer.
Can I fart?
Yo, you fart. No.
One time.
No. You've already farted twice.
Twice. I got to fart again.
Bro, 4 farts?
I swear.
Jesus
Can I do it just
Christ.
to do 4?
Oh my god.
Just to do 4. Can
Bro,
I do it?
At this point, fuck it. People would way rather highlight all the negative shit. You just farted 5 fucking times on my podcast.
Could have done 10.
Laying on the couch, like literally, like my head here, and
Oh my god.
Just
Dude.
like
That's
that.
6 fucking times, dude. At gmail.com. I'll answer the questions. That was
a
the
big one.
7th fart.
That was
That's
a big
the
one.
8th fart. This is insane. Yeah. You have a literal problem.
Trap all this up, look, I know that he suffers from several mental issues. That's completely understood. But at a certain point, he can't keep using that as a crutch to get out of trouble. He continues to have royal fuck-ups, and there are consequences to that, no matter what. Yusuf has been stuck in this loop that he's been stuck in for several years. If you take a look over here, he starts making content, gets all this support from fans, Fousey. The higher his clout rises, so does his ego, to the point where he does something terrible. Oh no! That's when the internet turns on him, and then he'll leave the internet and get some help, and then eventually he'll come back, starting that process all over again. I'm just so tired of this. Like, he seriously needs to leave the internet and not come back until he knows he won't lose control again and make another royal fucko wucko. We'll see what happens, but for now, I'm done talking about this. Go check out my short film, 7 Missed Calls. That's available on my other channel, George the Experience. There'll be a link at the end of this. Peace.